I
think
think it's
rematch?
dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
Done deal, and it's not far off. I can't give you more than that right now, but what I can tell you is that it's going to be an interesting fight. I think you got dynamics. You've got Gervonta, who's probably going to be angry, probably woken up, probably more focused than he has been, not talking about retirement. That's a factor.
Music, I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So, he better be on his A game. Lamont Roach isn't just training for another fight. He's training to dismantle Tank Davis. The first fight, a controversial majority draw, sparked a fire in Roach that's burning hotter with each passing day. That fight was proof that Roach has the skill, heart, and durability to stand toe-to-toe with one of the most feared punchers in the sport. But this time, Roach isn't just trying to survive. He's coming to dominate. And he's making it clear that Davis will need to bring something new if he wants to leave Las Vegas with his head held high. Yes, I like to see a fight happen again because I think that the next fight is going to be a whole lot better, and I think the next fight is going to end with somebody being on the canvas in my opinion. But I think that Lamont Roach, I want to give a shout out to Lamont Roach for putting up such a amazing performance. We never seen anyone stand there to toe with St. Davis, would never see anyone there throwing punches, power punches, at St. Davis and not being knocked. Roach's camp has shifted into overdrive. Every punch, every drill, every minute in the gym is designed to sharpen his coordination, sculpt his physique, and perfect his movement. There's no part of his game left untouched. His training isn't just physical. It's a mental war being fought every day. A battle to become the best version of himself. His team has been vocal about their approach, pushing Roach to be more than just a skilled technician in the ring. They want him to be a force, a fighter who breaks his opponents with relentless precision and mental fortitude, formalities, but it's a done deal. And it's not far off. I can't give you more than that right now. What I can tell you is that it's going to be an interesting fight. I think you got dynamics. You've got Gervonta, who's probably going to be angry, probably woken up, probably more focused than he has been, not talking about retirement. That's a factor. The focus on coordination is evident in his training videos. Roach has been drilling complex footwork patterns, shifting his weight effortlessly between offensive and defensive positions. His pivots are quicker, his angles sharper, and his balance rock solid. He's working on moving with a purpose. Every step designed to create an opening or close one off. Roach knows that against a puncher like Davis, a single misstep can be the difference between victory and a brutal knockout loss. He's fine-tuning his lateral movement, ensuring he can pivot out of danger and counter with pinpoint accuracy. How many rematches have you fought? 0. What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again? It's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't get me to win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not gonna lie. I have room. You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears? 100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconcred or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Roach's physique has also become a focal point. He's added muscle not just for power but for endurance. He wants to outlast Davis, to grind him down in the later rounds when the adrenaline fades and the pain sets in. Roach is doing strength circuits that leave his muscles trembling, pushing his limits with resistance bands, kettlebells, and bodyweight exercises that mimic the movements he'll need in the ring. His core is a fortress. Every twist and crunch reinforcing the base from which he'll generate his power shots. I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I really like boxing. Are you open to immediate rematch? In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight. Right. Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw. So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take? So it's up to the side and when they won the fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that. What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month. I'm thinking July. I'm thinking July for sure. It's not just about size, though. Roach's team has him focusing on explosive full-body movements that transfer energy from the ground up. Medicine ball slams, plyometric push-ups, and high-intensity interval sprints are all part of the program. He's building a frame that can take a shot and deliver one right back. A body built for war. But perhaps the most critical part of Roach's preparation is his movement. In the first fight, he managed to frustrate Davis by constantly changing levels, switching stances, and using feints to keep Tank guessing. Roach has doubled down on this strategy, spending countless hours drilling his head movement, hand speed, and reaction time. His sparring sessions are a chaotic dance of slips, rolls, and counters with Roach dipping under hooks and sliding out of danger before his partners can even reset. 35. Roach knows that Tank is a predator who thrives on predictable movement. He's seen the footage of Davis catching fighters who linger too long in the pocket, who stand too tall or leave their chins exposed for just a second too long. Roach refuses to be one of them. He's sparring with bigger, faster men, forcing himself to stay sharp, to make every millisecond count. He's training his eyes as much as his body, learning to read the smallest muscle twitches and weight shifts that signal an incoming shot. Lot of __A in him. There's a lot of front runner in him. If you push him, he will break. He will fold. It starts to add up because Doman is from the DC area. They kind of know this. They grew up around him. They fought in the amateurs. His father, who's his coach, has coached Gervonta in fight. So that thing sort of comes to light where it's been held back from the public with a limited opposition level that Jan has fought most of his career. So, having said that, you don't want to start too fast. You want to measure your pressure and bring it out because you know already what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a guy that you know you'll bring the __ out of him as the fight wears on, and you kind of start the mental edge is just as important. Roach's trainers have been pushing him to embrace the chaos of the ring, to thrive in the uncomfortable, to find clarity when fists are flying and lungs are burning. They've put him in high-pressure situations, pushing him past his physical limits to harden his mind as much as his body. Roach is being conditioned to stay calm when the heat is on, to remain disciplined even when his instincts scream for him to brawl. And out 2 or 3 times actually this year, I think I definitely lost. No, like I said off it, though. He ain't lose to me. But I also think the draw is respectable. But I also think I need to see that rematch because now he got to prove it. Who got approval? He got dog him. It can't be close. You have to dog him or __ A is going to say. But as Roach grinds through this brutal camp, Gervonta Davis hasn't been silent. Tank recently reacted to the flurry of training clips coming out of the Roach camp, making it clear that he's not intimidated. He doesn't get the best of me twice, Davis said in a recent interview. It's a message to Roach that the first fight wasn't Tank at his best, that the rematch will be a different beast entirely. Roach isn't taking the bait. He's not interested in the back and forth. His focus is singular, perfecting his craft, honing his body and mind for the war to come. He's not worried about what Davis says. He's worried about what he does, about the explosive left hands and devastating hooks that Davis is known for. Roach is preparing to neutralize that power to force Davis into deep waters where the knockout artist has rarely been. Do you kind of think like, look man, if Tank ain't on his game it could go left for him? I mean yeah, I tell Tank that behind closed doors if he don't focus up it can't go left for him. But Tank is a true competitor. Tank is a guy that he's scared to lose. So I think that night woke him up like __ A, like this, __ A. Could really go left any given moment. You see him already back in the gym. I see him already he's staying off the internet. So, I think you just got to make sure he's focused, make the right adjustments, and just go out there and give the best performance. There's a quiet intensity to Roach as he shadowboxes in front of the mirror, his eyes locked on his reflection, fists slicing through the air with surgical precision. He's visualizing the fight, seeing himself slipping punches, ripping body shots, and countering with sharp, compact hooks. Roach isn't just training to beat Davis. He's training to break him, to expose the flaws that even a champion carries into the ring. His corner has made it clear to Davis and his team, don't expect the same Roach. Don't expect a man who's content to survive. Criticism for not knocking Lamont out and Lamont not being a big name. So, they blow it. I think so. And I feel like people just don't like Tank to a point where any little things because he and not probably feel as though that he lost and he didn't or it was a draw, you know? I feel like Tank was doing a lot of smart things in the beginning, moving a little bit too much, but I feel like he was still frustrating things like that. And, I think Tank did a good job.